everyone's Conrad of Conrad Weather, doing another quick severe weather briefing. Like I have said on my Twitter, uh, it is now time for nowcasting. You should not be forecasting whatsoever the day of. Like, if you're doing it at like 5, 6 in the morning, then yeah, do your final preparations. But once it's getting close to noon, you don't forecast, you nowcast. Well, the forecast would be to make it seem it's under trending, which usually the models do the day of, before they ramp back up, and then they actually come to fruition. But hopefully it doesn't happen this time around, but I'm not feeling confident that it's gonna bust. It's gonna do something. It only takes one, but don't panic if you're in the moderate risk or the enhanced risk. Just be prepared for any storms that do form, because they're definitely going to form. Probably. Alright, so there's the moderate risk there. You can see it's from extreme western Missouri all the way down to south central Oklahoma and central Kansas. There's your tornado risk, basically the same thing, just, hatched for EF2 plus tornadoes. Hatched for wind and hail, as you can see there. Reading the summary, an outbreak of severe thunderstorms is possible from late afternoon into tonight over parts of the central and southern plains. A few long-lived supercells capable of intense tornadoes may occur. Giant hail and destructive wind gusts are also expected. So this is a bit more different than saying several strong to violent tornadoes may occur. That are more, so I think the SPC kind of says strong, violent, and then intense, but I'm not sure. It could be strong, intense, then violent. It could really be that. But anyways, we could be seeing a few tornadoes of the upper echelon, like EF3, EF4. Likely, very, very unlikely that there's going to be an EF5 out of this. We haven't seen one in 11 years. I don't think we're going to see one for a long time. But 11 years ago certainly isn't the last one that's going to hit. And I'm sure there's been tornadoes. There's definitely been tornadoes that were EF5, but due to engineering and all that, they were rated lower, Anyways, let's look through here and skim it a little bit. Positively tilted, mind you. Usually it's a negative tilt for all these outbreaks, but the past few times it's been positively tilted shortwaves. So, you know how I said, like, the downtrending of the models the day of? Well, they did significantly downtrend the moisture, which is actually significantly uptrending rapidly across Oklahoma and northern Texas. Sorry, my voice is dying here. Low-level wind profile for much of the afternoon will support both right and left moving supercells, each capable of very large damage and hail. The tornado threat, however, should increase with time from the mid-afternoon into the early evening before peaking, especially from about southern Kansas southward. Again, where I'm thinking the greatest tornado concern right now is from Oklahoma City metropolitan down to the Red River region, maybe even into North Texas. Probably a bit north from Dallas, but Dallas, I'd still keep an eye out for a couple tornadoes, maybe a strong one. It all depends on, is the cap gonna just kind of stay a little bit in place there, or is it gonna break entirely? And that's what it basically is, something to think about in Oklahoma. But I think Oklahoma, the cap's probably breaking already. Well, not already, but it's gonna be breaking within a few hours. The low-level jet, or the LLJ, strengthens from late afternoon into the evening, greatly enlarged in hotographs, and the richest moisture spreads northward through southern central Oklahoma, which is already happening. It is 11:51, no, actually 10:52 in Oklahoma, and moisture's already returning north. rapidly. The parameter space will become much more suitable for long-lived, significant tornadoes. So they are still very confident that a few long-lived, significant, maybe even violent tornadoes are quite possible in this environment. So if you see anyone writing this thing off, block them, don't listen to them, because this environment is still very volatile and still very capable of significant violent tornadoes. It's just a little bit less than we expected. We were expecting like worse than May 6, 2024. Which, if you don't know what May 6 was, that was the Barnsdall tornado that day, the high risk. Meanwhile, the threat for large to very large hail and severe downdrafts will continue with any relatively discrete cells. So it kind of looked like this morning that the HRRR was showing, okay, like discrete cells, but they were all kind of in a line formation, but they were still discrete. I'm still thinking there's probably going to be a few discrete cells ahead, and then they'll probably just start splitting off into other cells. Let's see what else we got. Some important caveats and caveats. Oh my god, can't speak today. Remain that preclude any greater unconditional severe probabilities for now. Now that's important. They didn't say anything about a high risk this update, but they said for now any severe probabilities will not be upgraded, I guess you could say. So again, my thoughts on today is you really need to be paying attention, especially in Oklahoma, but especially even northern Texas. If you're around the Red River region of Oklahoma and Texas, you should really be paying attention today. So like from Wichita Falls to Oklahoma City into like Tulsa and places like that, you really need to keep an eye out for tornadoes. Tulsa, if that line from yesterday on the HRRR comes to fruition, that would probably be a QLCS tornado threat. But I'm still thinking strong tornadoes, long-lived ones especially. Probably from like Stillwater, Oklahoma, down to probably Ardmore, Wichita Falls, that area. But Wichita Falls, maybe not Wichita Falls, but like Ardmore, Oklahoma, those areas. So anywhere in like central to south central Oklahoma, that's, I'm thinking, the greatest tornado concern today. But that can definitely change. I'll keep an eye on the situation. Please stay tuned, however, to official areas, National Weather Service, Storm Prediction Center, local news, media. Keep an eye on those, and yeah. So like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.